morning one and all. Myself Bhavani from Civil Department, and in this class we are going to study on OBE discussion on disaster management. Okay, means obviously we all know about this OBE. What is meant by OBE means it is the outcome based education. It is nothing but the student centric teaching and also the learning methodologies in which the course delivery and also assessment are planned to achieve the stated objectives and also the outcomes here. Means everything means in this OBE we will give the student centric teaching only. Means how students can learn the subject easily. Means overall learning methodology can be implemented in this one. Means whether it may be course delivery, how we are going to deliver the course lectures towards the students, and also the assessment, how we are going to plan, everything can be known in this OBE. And it is a process that involves the restructuring of the curriculum, assessment and reporting practices for the education to achieve the high order learning here. Means in these years only our government they started this OBE. Means in this one we have to view the course outcomes, course objectives, overall about the subject. Means which subject we are studying, everything like course objectives and that course outcomes and program outcomes or program educational objectives, everything can be known in this OBE. And here sometimes these OBE it give challenges towards the curriculum, like means it have to adopt the requirements of the different stakeholders like students, parents, industries, recruiters and also for the industry personals also. It is all about the feedback and also the outcomes here. Main components of this OBE and its accreditation is firstly, what are the main key components in this one is vision and mission. And next one is program educational objectives. Next is program specific outcomes. Next is program outcomes. And next is course outcomes. Means these are all the components for the development of this OBE. Means these are all will be, it will ensure the successful teaching of this subject by following this OBE here. Means it mainly focuses on the student performance at different levels also. First level will be program educational objectives. Next level will be program outcomes. Next is program specific outcomes. Next is course outcomes here. Means these are all the components we can see in the OBE. Next, firstly, coming to the first one, that is program educational objectives. Means every student they have to learn about the subject. Means what type, whether it is theory or whether it may be practical session, they have to know about the subject, whether it may be disaster management or some other problematic subject, everything they have to know. Okay. Firstly, this program educational objective, it will be defined by the HOD by consulting with the faculty members. And the next is it is a promise by the department for the aspiring student about what they will achieve once they join this program. Means for example, if the civil engineering department will giving this program educational objectives for all their subjects, means each and every subject will be having the course outcomes, and that course outcomes have to be mapped with the PSOs and also the POs here. Okay, and students have to get to know about this what is meant by program outcomes and what is meant by course outcomes here. And also professional and career accomplishment after 4 to 5 years of the graduation. And next one is 3 to 5 PUOs can be recommended. And here these are all the PUOs, and these are the PUOs of civil engineering department. First PUO, that is program educational outcome, is for the professional excellence. Means towards the professional excellence, what type of program educational objectives we can see, means like to analyze, to build, to design and also to maintain to improve the civil engineering based systems here. And PEO 2 is nothing but understanding the socio-economic aspects like technical investigation carried by the students, such as within their realistic constraint, such as economic, environmental, social, safety, and also the sustainability. And next one is PEO 3. In this one, we get to know about the technical collaboration. Means students have to, engineering student have to be having the multidisciplinary techniques. When they are going towards these placements, they have to impart the ability to collaborate and to function with the multidisciplinary terms also. And next one is PEO 4. Here we get to know about the continued self-learning. Means students have to do the self-learning also. They have to engage in the lifelong learning for the advanced areas of this civil related works and also about the civil engineering. That is about the PEO 4. And in this PEO 5, here they get to know about the effective contribution towards the society. Here we have to educate the, whether it may be faculty or whether it may be HOD, they are going to educate the student to use the engineering techniques and also the modern tools that are necessary for the civil engineering practice. Okay, these are all about the PEOs. Next one is course outcomes. Here, these course outcomes means for every course, for each and every course, for the practical one and also for the theoretical one, we have to view the course outcomes for every subject. Okay, that can be studied in every semester. Course outcome nothing but the formal statement that we are going to give for that subject. What students can be expected after completion of this course here. That is called as the course outcome. Mainly, target of the course we can see here. Target of the course that will be student centric. And next one is state what students will do or produce with their learning. In this one, it may be specific knowledge or whether it may be practical skills, area of professional development, higher order thinking. That teacher expect the students to develop, learn and master during the course. If my subject is disaster management, I want the students to know all about this disaster management. So here we have to provide the course outcomes like that only. After completion of that course, what that students can be learn from that subject. Okay, that is called as the course outcome. And here in this course outcome, we will be having 3 major characteristics that may be observable, measurable and also action done. These 3 are the major characteristics. And here you can see students should be able to behavior plus resulting evidence. They get to know about every type of course, a practical or theoretical also. They get to know all about that course after the completion of that subject. And next one is relationship of course outcome to program outcomes. Obviously course outcome and also program specific outcomes and also program outcomes, these are all interlinked here. Main formula of these learning outcomes are students should be able to and also behavior resulting evidence. Here in this one, course outcomes may be observable, measurable and also students have to learn everything that may be taught by the faculty members also. Next one is coming to our course overview of the disaster management. My subject is disaster management I am teaching. Here, what is the course objective I am providing for the students to understand easily about this disaster management subject. This is the overview of the subject here. You can see here about the disaster management. It will provide the fundamental understanding of different aspects. It deals with the concepts and functions of disaster management to build competences of professors and also development practices, and it also provides some effective supporting environment by the governmental locating substantial resources for effective mitigation of disasters, and also it will help to learners to apply the disaster mitigation strategies, preparedness for reducing damage intensity, loss of life and property. Means see here, this is the overview. Means by reading this one, we know about the disaster management. Obviously, students will get to know about this term disaster. Means water natural disaster, water man-made disaster. They get to know about that one. So by reading this one, student have to get the overall view before learning this subject also. Okay, that is about the course overview. And next one is course objectives. What are the main course objectives? Main importance of this subject. Main objectives of this subject means students will try to learn the, here I kept 4 course objectives here. Coming to the first one, that is the concept of environmental hazards, disasters and various approaches dealing with the mitigation of disasters. And next is knowledge on various types of environmental disasters and their impact on the human beings and nature here. And next is different types of endogenous and exogenous hazard and their influence on the human life and also the nature. Next is immediate response and damage assessment with information, reporting and monitoring tools. Means these are all the objectives we can know from the course here. And next is course outcomes here. And in this course outcomes, here I am providing 6 course outcomes. And here is the Bloom's taxonomy of this course outcomes. Firstly, CO1, that is course outcome 1, according to the modules I am providing here. Classify environmental hazards for developing modern disaster management system. Next is illustrate various approaches for reducing the level of risk associated with disasters. And next is compare natural and man-made disaster for finding out intensity of damage loss occurred by them. And next is list various hazards and their effects for evaluating their impact on society and environment. Next is outline human adjustments and perception towards hazards for mitigation of disaster, that is CO5. And CO6 is summarize disaster phenomenon and its different conceptual aspects for implementing the disaster risk reduction strategies. Means here are the all CO6 and here are the Bloom's taxonomy of them. And this is the overall syllabus. I already told about this disaster management. Each module we already studied. Each means module 1, module 2, everything. Module 1 is environmental hazards and disaster. Means what are the environmental hazards and disaster, and what is the approaches we can see, human approaches, and also what are the applications of these geographical researches we can see in this module 1. And in module 2, we can get to know about the types of environmental hazards and disasters here. Means like man-inducing disasters or planetary disaster or planetary hazards or natural disasters. Everything we can learn in this types of environmental hazards and disasters. And next is endogenous hazards. In this endogenous hazard, nothing but what hazards that can be occurred on the earth surface, like earthquakes, volcanoes, and here some other thing like these volcanic eruption, landslides, everything about what are the causes, effects of this earthquakes, volcanoes, and also landslides, and what are the human adjustments that can be done towards this endogenous preparedness. Everything we can study in this module 3. And in this module 3, it is all about the hazards which are occurring on the earth surface. Endogenous means over the means under the earth surface. This exogenous means on the earth surface. That is a main difference both for this endogenous and exogenous. Exogenous means on the land. Endogenous means under the land. That is a difference. And in this exogenous hazard, hazards like cyclones, tsunamis, hurricanes, and also some floods, droughts, infrequent events like floods, and also cyclones, hailstorms, lightning. Everything we can see in this exogenous hazard like soil erosion, droughts, and sedimentation. How this sedimentation is occurred, control measures of all these exogenous hazard. Everything we get to know about this in this module 3, module 4. And next is module 5, that is emerging approaches in disaster management. And in this one, we are going to study about the pre-disaster stage, emergency stage, and also post-disaster stage, that is rehabilitation here. These are all the module 5 modules. From this 5 modules, we get to know about all this disaster management and what are the disaster, how we are going to manage that type of disaster, everything we can know from these modules. And next is coming to the next topic, that is Bloom's taxonomy. Here Bloom's taxonomy is nothing but the global knowledge for education. Means mainly it is be considered frequently by the teachers, means for the writing of this course outcomes. For each and every course outcomes, we are going to write this Bloom's taxonomy. Means like understanding, remembering, analyze, apply. All these are comes under this Bloom's taxonomy. Here, the stages ascend in complexity means what they demand of students. First, a student have to remember the simple information of that course provided to them, and also but reciting something that it does not demonstrate and also learned, they can memorize this one. And next is with understanding only it comes the ability to explain the ideas and also the concepts of this concept to others. So by providing this Bloom's taxonomy for the question bank and also for the course outcomes also, it can be beneficial and it can be easily understandable for the students also. Here in this one, level 1, in this level 1, level 2, level 3, these are all the levels here. Means for the level 1, it is remembering. Means why we are providing remembering means here we have to recall the facts and basic concepts here. And next is in level 2, that is understanding. Here we have to explain the overall ideas and concepts of that subject, that related subject. And next one is applying, that is level 3. And in this applying level 3, we have to use the information in new situations or to answer the questions or some solving the problems also. We can use this Bloom's taxonomy. And the next is level 4, that is analyzing. And for this analyzing, that maybe means overall causes and connections, means information to show the relations also. We can use this analyzing Bloom's taxonomy. And next is evaluating. Here for this evaluation, we have to justify a stand or positioning. Then only we can use this evaluating Bloom's taxonomy. Next one is creating. Means creating nothing but producing new thing. Okay. Then only we can use this creating process. Next is this is course knowledge competency level. Here in this one, this Bloom's taxonomy, and it is the count. I already told you about this COs. Okay. And in this COs, how many course outcomes are coming under this Bloom's taxonomy, like remembering, understanding, analyzing, applying. Means most of my course outcomes will comes under this remember only. Why? Because here in remembering, just I'm going to take the data, I'm going to follow the data only. And next is in understanding Bloom's taxonomy, my COs will be 4. Here we get to know about that topic and we are going to understand that topic. So most of the Bloom's taxonomy is understanding only for my course outcomes. And here are the overall program outcomes here from the civil department. That is engineering knowledge. First one means here we have to apply the knowledge on mathematics or other some engineering fundamentals to the solution of complex engineering problems here. Next one is problem analysis. Here we have to analyze the complex engineering program reaching substantial conclusions also. And next one is design and development of solution. We have to design and develop the solutions for complex engineering problems. Means overall in our India, means every institution is following this program outcomes Bloom's taxonomy, and over all are following this OBE only. So it is a must to know about this OBE first of all. And next is conduct investigations and experimentation. Here we can conduct the investigations and experiments for the engineering practices for the theory subject and also the practical subject. And next one is modern tool usage. Here we can select and also apply the techniques, resources for and also modern engineering tools or some IT tools for the modeling and also prediction of the complex engineering activities in this program outcome. Next one is engineer and society. Here, applying the reasoning information by this means to access this type of social, health, safety, legal and cultural issues that can be seen in this program outcome. Next is environment and sustainability. Here, we have to understand the impact of engineering solutions towards the environmental context and demonstrate the knowledge and also its sustainable development also. Next is ethics. Here we are going to apply the ethics and commit towards the professional ethics and responsibilities. And next is individual and teamwork. Here, functioning effectively as an individual and a member in various multidisciplinary settings here. And next one is communication, and in this one, communicating effectively on complex engineering activities with the engineering community, with society at large, such as to comprehend and write the effective reports, and for designing the documentation, and for making the effective presentation, and also give and receive the clear instructions we can do in this communication program outcome. And next one is project management and finance. Here we have to demonstrate the knowledge and understanding of the engineering and management principle. Means these program outcomes will be same for all the departments. Okay, means this program outcomes is developed by the government only, means by NBA. Just we are using these outcomes for our departments. Means we are going to map these program outcomes with the course outcomes. And next is lifelong learning. Here we have to recognize the need and we have to prepare and preparation and ability to engage in the lifelong process for the technological change also. Okay, these are all the 12 program outcomes we will be using for our mapping here. Here you can see means how program outcomes are assessed. Means we all know that PO1 is nothing but the engineering knowledge. So with respect to disaster management, we get to know how much it is related, this P1 related towards the disaster management. So I have mapped to this PO1. So likewise, PO6 is mapped. Why? Because PO6 is engineer and society. So disaster management, it will comes towards the health, safety and also the cultural issues of the society. So PO6 also mapped there, and PO7 is nothing but the environment and sustainability. Here, this one also, according to the environment and its sustainability, I have mapped this PO7. And next is PO9. This PO9 is nothing but the individual and teamwork here. Means like functioning as an individual and also member for the multidisciplinary setting also we can map in this one. And these are all the strength, and it can be easily assessed by, these POs can be assessed by CAE, NCAE exams, SCA, and also for the AITs. Means 3 is nothing but the high, 2 is moderate, and 1 is low here. And these are the PSOs for civil engineering. PSOs nothing but program specific outcomes. PSO 1 is design and supervise substructures and superstructures for residential and public buildings, industrial buildings, irrigations, powerhouses, and also etc. And here PSO 2 is nothing but focus on improving performances of structures with respect to safety, serviceability, and sustainable green building technologies. And coming to the last PSO 3, make use of advanced structural analysis and project management software for providing them modern avenues to succeed as an entrepreneur, pursue higher education and career paths. Means student have to learn about this one. Okay. Means how these PSOs are attained. Means here you can see. And next one is mapping of each CO with PO PSOs. And like this, I have mapped this one. Means you can see CO1 is mapped with PO1. CO2 is also mapped, CO5, CO6. Means I already show you all these CO6, no? Means according to that CO6, we have to map these program outcomes with PSOs also. And these are the justification for CO-PO mapping. This is direct assessment, not indirect assessment. CO1 is mapped for PO1 and PO7 and how it can be mapped. And what are the key competences? Means these key competences we will be having. And for CO2 also PO1 and PO6 is mapping. And here is the strength of the key competences. For likewise, for all the COs, we can for the COs and for the POs, what will be mapped here? We have to write this one, and we can write the key competences also. Means you can see these bold words here, na? That bold words are called as the key competences here. Okay. And next is this is the key competences features here. Means for the PO1 there will be three key competences. For PO2 there are 10. For PO3 there will be 10. Means this is the overall number of the key competences feature that is given by the NB only. Means for the PO8 there will be 3. PO9 12, PO10 5. Means likewise for PO11 12, PO12 8. These are all the POs and its overall key competences. And where these what is the main statement of this PO1 means, you can see here. Means these are all defined by the NB only, that is the National Board of Accreditation, that will be given for every college in our country. Means according to the requirements provided by the NBA, we have to follow these POs, PSOs and OBE we have to follow. And this is the total count of the key competences for CO-PO mapping. Means here you can see for CO1, CO2, what is the count we got from this one, you can see here. And next is percentage of this key competences. Means when we are going to divide that one, means overall key what we got the key competences by dividing the how many key competences will be there for the P1, means by doing this one only we will get this percentage here. Okay. And next is codes articulation matrix. Here after the overall CO-PO mapping, this is the codes articulation matrix. Here we are going to compare them COs, POs, PSOs by the scale of 0 to 3. Means if we got in this 0 nothing but that value will be in between 0 to 5, means there will be no correlation. If the 1 being the low correlation, that is 5 to 40, the percentage will be there. Next is 40 to 60, its correlation will be there, means that is 2. It can be called as moderate correlation. Next is third one, that is 60 to 100, that can be called as high correlation. According to that key competences and our CO's percentages, we get this overall course articulation matrix from the PO PSO mapping with the COs here. Okay, you can see this one. This is the overall total of this COs, POs, and this is the average value here. And here is the assessment methodology, that is a direct one. Means here, when we are providing the student with the courses, means we have to conduct the CIE exams, SCE exams, and for some subjects we can conduct the seminars also, and also open-ended experiments also. Means here tick mark nothing but in my disaster management subject, I am giving this direct assessment. Means only CIE, SCE, and also Tech Talk concept video I am providing for my subject. But for other subjects, they may be providing the assignments, concept videos, or open-ended experiments also. Okay. And next is assessment methodology, indirect one. Here we have to, means assessment of mini projects by experts also can be done, but in my subject I'm not doing that one, so it will be cross mark. And here end semester OBE feedback I'm taking, like collecting the alumni feedback, collecting the student feedback of the subject, and also employer feedback I'm getting. By getting this OBE feedback also, that will be called as the indirect assessment. And this is the overall attainment process of this COPOs. Means from it only we will get the attainment value for the specific subjects here. Means CO attainment, if we want, means we can conduct from the, we can get that from the CIE or SCE here. Means number of students reached in answering the question by number of students attempted into 100. Means this formula can be used for the CO attainment here. Next, overall CO attainment, that will be direct, I am telling you. Direct means its formula will be 30% into CIA plus 70% into SCE here. And next is CO attainment indirect here. Here, number of students responses reached expected level in answering the survey. Means here survey nothing but student feedback, employer survey, alumni survey, and also program exit survey. These are all comes under this indirect survey. By number of students responded into 100. This is the formula of CO attainment indirect one. Next is weightage of the attainment level here. Direct level means direct attainment will be taking almost 80%. Next, indirect attainment, indirect level we can take 20%. CO attainment, we can take the formula as 0.8 into CO attainment, 0.2 into CO attainment indirect. This is the assessment I already told you. Indirect CO attainment of courses, 80% will be there. In indirect assessment from the surveys like student exit survey, alumni survey, employer survey, and parent survey, these are all can be get at 20% weightage. Okay, and this is all about the OBE. Thank you everyone.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.